Hey guys, welcome back to the Prehistoric Life Podcast. And today we have our webcam again. I got the last episode figured out. I was having some trouble figuring out how to upload things, and I've got it all worked out now. So today, as you can see, we have euoplocephalus. Euoplocephalus. You can see that pretty well. So it's got the backbones. I'm forgetting on what they're called right now. The backbones of the Ankylosaurus. Got the club mace tail. Of course, it's low to the ground. It would probably defend itself. So I'll use this as an example. If this was the back, it would arch its back down, lowering its front two legs. If its legs were like this, it would bend them, have its back exposed. So that wow, I just blanked on what I was saying. So that it would be defended on the back. Funny enough, on our time chart, we have euoplocephalus right here, right there, in the flesh. Well, in the flesh on the chart. It was in the late Cretaceous. We'll get into that. It got up to 20 feet long, weighed up to 2.2 tons. It was about 6 feet tall. So when you measure a dinosaur, you measure from like top to bottom. So like something like Spinosaurus has an unfair advantage. Because some people are like, oh, you go to the top of the back hip down to the ground. But it's like, no, because then you get something like Brachiosaurus. Where like, okay, well, the back hip isn't that high off the ground. Well, it's pretty high. It's high regardless. But its head stands like another like 5 feet off of that, probably longer than that. So there's euoplocephalus. So I measure from the highest point down to the lowest point. So it probably was like something like 4 to 6 feet. Its diet is low-growing plants, ferns. They didn't have grasses, but those types of things. It lived in North America. It was discovered in Alberta, Canada. So shout out to people from Alberta, Canada. It was a medium herbivore. It lived in herds of 7 to 12. It lived in things like plains, forests, jungles, deserts, actually, forest plains, things like that. It used spikes and plates and back tail club as defense from predators. It lived in the late Cretaceous, as shown here, if y'all can somehow read that. It lived 65 to 99 million years ago. It was founded by Lawrence Morris. I'm about to butcher this last name. I'm going to go with Lamb. Or like Lamb. I don't know. I'm butchering the last name. I apologize. On August 18th, not 8th, my bad. August 18th, 1897. So if we look at our chart, 65 to 99 million years ago, it was about pretty much the entire late Cretaceous. So 65, I'll go end of Maastrichtian era to Cinnamonian era. Cinnamon era. So what do I think about euoplocephalus? A very interesting name. Fun to pronounce. Very fun to pronounce. If you can't tell that I'm joking, then I don't know. Get a sense of humor. I'm teasing. But I think it is very easy to mix up with Ankylosaurus. It looks very similar to Ankylosaurus, but Ankylosaurus is a little bit more classic. Of course, everybody knows Ankylosaurus. It's one of those just like dinosaurs that you were just like taught as a kid. So, but euoplocephalus seems like, honestly, like 5 years ago, if you put a euoplocephalus and an Ankylosaurus right in front of me, I actually wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Actually, I need to be very careful pulling this off of my shelf. That, if I'm not mistaken, is a euoplocephalus. I'll hold that up to the camera so you guys can see it. So maybe I'll do something with this guy, with this bad boy. There's the euoplocephalus. Of course. You got the back bumps for defense. Predators would try to... I got Albertosaurus right here. So let's take Albertosaurus. It would try to bite on it, and it couldn't. And if you actually, this is what I was talking about, look at the stance. So look at it from the top. This side is lower down, and this side is higher up. So it would arch its body down so that when predators would have a hard time getting up under it, because the only soft part of an ankylosaur would be the stomach. That would be the kill zone. These predators can't bite through the hard bone. So it would arch its body down, and the predators would have a hard time stomping on, biting, scratching at its back area. And while it's too busy occupied doing that, it would take its big old club tail and whack it, probably breaking lower jaws left and right, as per these dinosaurs did. Just cracking down on their face, their ribs, their legs, breaking their legs, things like that. Basically built with a hammer. This thing is literally a walking army tank with a hammer, minus the cannon. So I'll leave that right here for right now, so you guys can continue to look at that. So euoplocephalus is, like, honestly, this thing could be an Ankylosaurus, and I actually wouldn't realize. Does it actually say on the bottom somewhere? No, but it was designed in Germany. In Schleisch or Schleisch. For all my German listeners out there, you got a German euoplocephalus right there. So, yeah, fun. But yeah, euoplocephalus is pretty cool. Set that guy there. So you guys can look at the euoplocephalus here, here, and here, just for the laughs and giggles. But yeah, thank you for tuning in on the euoplocephalus. Remember to follow me. We just started a YouTube channel, Bistrohivelator, but wow, I butchered that horribly. We got Bistahivosaur. Don't know where I got that other name for. That was our first episode that we posted on the YouTube channel that I had some struggles with. And of course, follow us on Instagram, our primary source for extra content. But thank you for tuning in. To this episode of Prehistoric Life Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Crawford. Remember, keep it prehistoric. Signing off. Remember to follow me on YouTube and Instagram at Prehistoric Life Podcast. Tell a friend, keep them prehistoric, keep them updated. And this was the episode on euoplocephalus. And I will catch you all next time. Signing off. Goodbye.